And after you have gotten your final reading, you do not discard you don't discard the sample, you should retain, and this is where we keep our retention samples. When we have performed the analysis, we don't discard everything. Remember, we used only 10 grams the other side, so we bring the remaining sample and we keep it in this retention sample box for about, normally we do 3 months, to make sure that in case of any disputes of the results, we can still refer to the sample, we'll reconfirm, we'll retest, and just in case we also need to go to the other lab, we can go to the other lab and confirm. As we wait for our readings, I think the reader, we have 5 seconds before we can get the final reading. When it's ready to read, it will print for us the results, and we are good to go. We can start another test. For our sample, and we keep it in this retention sample box for about, normally we do 3 months, to make sure that in case of any disputes of the results, we can still refer to the sample, we'll reconfirm, we'll retest, and just in case we also need to go to the other lab, we can go to the other lab and confirm. As we wait for our readings, I think the reader, we have 5 seconds before we can get the final reading. When it's ready to read, it will print for us the results, and we are good to go. We can start another test. For our sample, the results are ready. You tear off the print, and this is the result. It shows you the time, the date of analysis, the 24th November 2020. It shows you the time. It's 6 minutes past 10, and it also shows you that it is a flat test. And for this today, this is our sample number 1. So it shows you the sample number and the value. It gives you the absolute value of the aflatoxin. This is 6.6 parts per billion. And then it also has an area for comments where you can write the comments based on the analysis. This equipment is calibrated to test for a range of from 0 to 300 parts per billion. So
Welcome back from the commercial break. We can now move on. So we will now continue with the virtual tour, and our next exhibitor is Agratronics from the US, who will be showing us a solution on post-harvest management. So with this, I would like to welcome Agratronics to take the floor and show us their product. Welcome, Agratronics.
just ordered this Agritronics HT Pro hay moisture tester. It's a probe that goes into the bales. I only got a short one since I only make little bales. It was like $189, I think. It says it's pre-calibrated. I didn't do any calibration on it. The way I understand, you push this button, give it a second, 12.8. And the temperature, to see how hot the hay is inside, 75 degrees. It's about 85 outside, so I don't know what the check mark is, but I'll just let it in the same spot and see. 12.7. I'll just do it one more time. 12.8. So it's tried in a couple of these. Were some I thought were some wet ones that I set aside. 14.1. They say anywhere from 16 to 18%. I was playing with it over here. This one was one I thought was a little bit wet. Just push the probe in. 12.2, so it's not that wet. Try another spot. There's one here that tested real high. I was wondering what was going on. 14.7. Is it this one? 18.2. Yeah, this one I thought was a little bit wet that I set aside. 18.2. There was a spot in here. This was around the edge of the field, and sometimes I'll even just let the row there if it's really wet and there's rain coming. But 36.3. Yeah, there's a wet spot in this one. Let's see the temperature. 74. So I was hoping it wasn't the. I don't know what that is when you push that. I'll have to read the manual. Try it again, same spot. 35.9, yep. So this one will be set aside and fed to some cattle right away, I think. Let's just go down a couple inches and see if it's just that one spot. Yeah, 14, so you got 14 there and about 6 inches away. 30, yeah, so they just have a little bit right on the end of this bale. But it's not, still 74 degrees. Well, it's better to not put it in the hay mow. I don't have the preservative hooked up yet on my baler. That's coming. This is some salt you put on every row of hay that you put in. Every layer in the barn, I try to mix some salt in to help preserve it. Plus the animals love it. So that's an old-timey trick to take any moisture out. But some of these that I thought were too wet, as long as the tester's working. Yeah, it's 13.5. 12.6. Yeah, some of these are good to go in the barn. So $189. It's fairly expensive for what it is, but runs on a 9-volt battery. But I think it's worth having. I'll keep you posted in some videos. I'm installing a baler mounted moisture sensor. The sensor goes in the bale chamber to a readout on the tractor. And once I have my hay preservatives hooked up, it updates every 3 seconds. If I come into a wet spot or something, I can go and add the preservative. So that's what I'm up to. I have some hay laying I want to bale today. I'm glad this showed up today. It's been kind of a cloudy, dreary day. This salt I didn't think was too bad. It was $6.99 for 50 pounds. So, and yes, they have a picture of a horse on there, so the horses should love it. And the animals need it too, so helps preserve the hay and season it a little bit for the animals. So thanks for watching.
Okay, this is going to be a quick training session on the MT Pro by Agritronics. This is a grain tester. Actually does 40 different grains. You'll see the sample size cell is very small, so you won't need much sample to put in there to get your results. You have a compression cap, which will tighten down on the grain. As you tighten down, there's a spring in here. It's actually going to push the cylinder up. Once the cylinder is flush with the plastic, you know you'll be able to take your reading. So very simple to use. So we're going to do some low moisture corn here today. So basically what we're going to do is pour some corn in here. Fill it up to the top. Then we're going to take our cap, put our cap on, and tighten it down. And as you tighten it down, that cylinder becomes flush with the plastic, as you can see. When you first turn the MT Pro on, it's going to go through the firmware. It's also going to tell you to average 3 tests. We always recommend that you average 3 tests. That way, if you're doing it out of one bin, you take a sample here, a sample from the one side, a sample on the other side, and that way you have an idea of what, you know, that bin's moisture is. You can see the MT Pro does 40 different grains. I'll go through a few of them right there for you: mustard, navy beans, oats, peanuts, peas, green peas, yellow peas. So it does a lot of different grains, but today we're going to do the low moisture corn. So basically, once you have your cap on, it's flush, you turn on the unit and went to corn, you're going to hit your test button. You hit your test, it's going to say testing, and in 10 seconds you'll have your test results. It'll give you the moisture, and it'll also give you your temperature. So 13.7% is your moisture, 73.4% is your temperature. You can also store that to memory. All you would do, hit the memory, and it tells you 13.8. So I've taken 2 tests, and I'm averaging 13.8%. So it's very accurate and reliable when it comes to these readings. It is also backlit, so if you're out in the field later at night doing some testing, they can backlight so they can read. They can actually calibrate it, and you can clear the memory. So you go to your average, you can clear that to go back to 0. Very simple. Very easy unit to use. Again, 40 different grains. The MT Pro by Agritronics.
Serving the agricultural industry for over 35 years, Agritronics is always incorporating the latest technology into their moisture testers. Agritronics offers a wide range of high-quality, competitively priced products and is renowned worldwide as the industry standard for grain, coffee, hay, and wood moisture testers. With the addition of the AgMac Plus portable moisture tester with test weight, Agritronics has raised the bar in accuracy testing and consistency in results. The AgMac Plus measures moisture and test weight of 20 plus grains without pre-weighing and at the touch of a button. The innovative design of the AgMac Plus incorporates a no-spill technology. Extra grain is contained within the unit and does not scatter on the workspace or floor when leveled. The AgMac Plus makes software and grain scale updates easy with our USB port. By connecting the tester to the internet with the USB cord, you can get the latest version of the software and grain scales. No need to enter any data or codes unlike our competition. To test your grain, all it takes is 6 simple steps. Power up the unit. Hit enter. Fill the hopper. Pull the slide to fill the test cell. Remove the hopper. Level the grain with the patented grain swiper. Within seconds, you will have your results. See why Agritronics is the leader in handheld moisture testers with its latest unit, providing better accuracy at a more affordable price. To learn more about the full line of moisture testers Agritronics offers, please visit us on the web at agritronics.com.
much, Agratonics, for taking us through the very modern moisture meters that we can use for the various grains. We've seen you can use it for hay, you can use it for various other grain that we have in the region. So I'll now invite our Executive Director, Mr. Gerard Masila, to take us through the actual practical aspects of checking the moisture meter using the Agratonics. So welcome very much, Mr. Gerard. Over to you.
I just ordered this Agratonics HT Pro hay moisture tester. It's a probe that goes into the bales. I only got a short one since I it was like $189. It says it's pre-calibrated. I didn't do any calibration. I just ordered this Agratonics HT Pro hay moisture tester. It's a probe that goes into the bales. I only got a short one since I it was like $189. It says it's pre-calibrated. I didn't do any calibration. The way I understand, you push this button, give it a second, 12.8, and the temperature, to see how hot the hay is inside, 75 degrees, it's about 85 outside, so I don't know what the check mark is.
Thank you very much, Janet and the team. I'm sure you're all following day 2 of the EAGC Virtual Agribusiness Expo, and that you're learning quite a lot. So I just step in for a few minutes to just wrap up the presentation that has been made by Agratonics. Agratonics has partnered with the Eastern Africa Grain Council, EAGC, in the process of introducing this new moisture meter into the market. So this is a very recent innovation that has been developed by Agratonics in a lot of consultation with EAGC and other partners. And we have partnered with them to test this device in the Eastern Africa region. So we will be, in the next few days, going out into the field in Uganda, in Kenya, in Tanzania, to the farmers to test how this unit works, and even to show the farmers how they can use this unit to test their grain. And so we will be comparing the readings from this unit, we'll compare those readings with the readings from the conventional moisture meters. And then when we take the reading from the Agratonics unit and then compare with the readings from the conventional moisture meters, and we will see if there are any variances or differences in terms of performance, and then we will now be able to see how we can support the entry of this unit into the market. And like you have seen from the presentation, it's quite an interesting and modern unit. It is able to take moisture readings for 10 different grains. It can do moisture reading for sesame, for soya, for millet, for cowpea, for maize, for coffee, for groundnuts, for beans, sorghum, and rice. A whole 10 different grains that you can use this device to test the moisture. With me here, I have beans, just common beans, and the process is simple. You just empty the grain inside the unit, and after it is emptied into the unit, you then close it, close it up, and after you close it, from the function of the unit, you select, because from here the 10 items are listed, number 1 being sesame and number 10 being rice. You select with the function which item it is, and then you just press to get the reading, and then the reading will show here. So it's very simple to use, and it's also going to be very, very cost effective, to the extent that we are looking forward to a day when every farmer will be able to have their own moisture meters at their homesteads, and instead of having to suffer or to use other rudimentary means like biting the grain to know how much to gauge the moisture, they will use a device that can do that. So farmers, we are coming out to you to test, to demonstrate this unit, get the readings, and then working closely with Agritronics, we will see how best, and with other partners, how best this can be availed to you. So thank you very much, and want to congratulate Agritronics for coming up with this new innovation, and to the rest of our members, our associate members with new technologies, new solutions, come forward, partner with EAGC, and we'll be able to drive these solutions together. Thank you very much for that, and I hand over back to the studio at EAGC Broadcasting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Gerard, for that demonstration on the Agritronics moisture meters, and the promise to the farmers that we now have a solution, and we'll be going out to them to test the moisture meters, but also they can access it at affordable prices, and also it's very portable. They can have it in their homes. Thank you very much for that. Moving forward, we continue with the virtual expo. And now to take us to the next one is Iconic Innovations, who will take us through the innovations. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Tabitha Mudeu Kavita from Iconic Agricultural Machinery. Iconic Agricultural Machinery deals with small-scale farmers. It supplies small-scale machines to small-scale farmers. For example, with me is a hand tractor. The hand tractor comes with a plow, a furrow opener, and a pair of rotavators. A hand tractor is used mostly in land preparation, to plow, till, harrow, and make furrows in your shamba. Now, the hand tractor 8 horsepower diesel engine, for example, does an acre within 2 to 3 hours. You can do about 3 acres in a day. The rate of consumption per acre is 4 liters. Depending on the type of crop you have in your shamba, if, for example, it is trees, you can use it for weeding. You can also use the same tractor, you can attach a trailer on the same tractor and carry your produce with it. One person can do 2 to 3 acres in a day comfortably. The machine can work continuously for 8 hours. The machine is very fast compared to a djembe or compared to someone that is using bulls in their shamba. Also, it is very efficient. Your land is left when it is well mixed. The soil is well mixed and well aerated. It also helps in saving labor costs. With this machine, you might have to, you'll need about 5 people to do it using a djembe. But with this machine, only one person is able to use it and do it quite well. Our company has been in the market for the last 6 years. We are heading to our 7th year, and it's been great. Our farmers are the happiest, and we are very, very happy when we see farmers succeed. From the different types, they range from 100,000 to 200,000. We also have financiers for farmers who would need assistance in purchasing the machine. We also have an option where farmers can deposit and do slow payments, and once they are done, they collect the machine. This machine can also be used by women. It's not limited to men only. Even a woman can comfortably handle the machine.
My name is Shannon Wanyeki. Today I'll be speaking more about the backpack mechanized weeding machine, because it's a must-have tool for every small-scale farmer. Yes, the benefit of this machine is it eases the eradication of weeds in your farm and lawns. And basically one of the advantages is it is a very comfortable machine that you wear on your back. It is padded. It has a flexible shaft that helps you maneuver with the machine, as well as an adjustable handle. To make it even better, with this machine you can do 3 acres a day. Yes, in comparison to using the slashers, the djembes, which can take up to 8 hours a day to just do 1 acre. So one of the benefits with our mechanized weeding machine is you can have other implements to suit your needs. For example, the saw blade that you can use when you want to cut through shrubs. You can also have a 3T blade when you want to cut long grass and bomber rods. You can also have a nylon trimmer when you want to cut your compound grass, and the hedge trimmer for trimming your fences as well as the hedges. Lastly, we have a chainsaw when you want to trim your tree branches.
I'm Faith Oidera. Today I'll be touching on the power sprayer. For the power sprayer, it's a sprayer that emits liquid through a handheld nozzle, which is attached to a pressurized reservoir carried on the operator's back. As you can see, on it carries 25 liters capacity of chemical and is calibrated to ensure efficiency. Number 2, it's a 4-stroke engine machine. By 4-stroke, we mean the petrol and the oil compartments are separate. That helps in the durability of the machine. And the capacity of oil that's supposed to be placed in the machine is 0.6 liters capacity. It contains 2 guns. The first one is the mist that has 3 nozzles that's able to reach hand length crops such as managu and potatoes. And the other one is the jet that's able to reach the higher length crops such as mango tree or coffee. For the rate of consumption, 0.6 liters, it's able to spray 150 liters capacity of chemical. For a motorized sprayer, it's easier to spray avocado trees, orange trees and mango trees, and it's not cumbersome compared to the manual one, whereby you consume plenty of energy and it makes you tired. The other advantage with our motorized machine is the fact that it is padded, so there is no vibration in contact with the farmer, and also the fact that it's a 4-stroke engine. For 4-stroke engine, there is minimal vibration when operating it.
My name is Joyce Wanjiko Maina. Today I'll be talking about a few items that we have in our shops. The first item I'll be talking about is a feed chopper. We call it a combined feed chopper because you can use it to prepare feeds for the cattle. You can also use it to prepare feeds for the chicken and also for the chicks. It comes with 3 sieves that determine how the output will be. It comes with 3 sieves with different sizes. The output is 600 kgs per hour. We also have a portion mill. You can use the machine to mill maize. The output of the machine is 350 kgs per hour. You can use for personal use and also use it for business. The next machine is a cassava chipper. This machine is used to chip cassava. When you chip the cassava, it increases the value of the cassava compared to you selling the cassava as it is from the shamba. The next product that we have is an earth auger. The machine is used to make holes for fencing and planting trees. The machine comes with different drill bits of 10 centimeters, 15 centimeters, 20 centimeters, and 30 centimeters. It also comes with an extension if you want to make deeper holes.
We are Iconic Agricultural Machinery. My name is Charles Kibiru. We deal specifically with machineries that are meant to make work easier for men. We deal with machineries that reduce drudgery among women. We deal with machineries that help the young men, the youth, to go back to farming. That is the core business of Iconic. It is to supplement what we have been doing. At times, you get farmers do not even know about how they can incorporate technology in agriculture, more so small-scale farmers. When you look at the scope of farmers we have, the large-scale farmers have the money, have the capacity on where they can buy those big tractors and everything. But when you come to small-scale farmers, they are kind of stuck. We start our process with training them, introducing our machines, like basically get to understand what this machine is, then see how it can work for you. We have also had a number of farmers who buy this machine and go do business with them. It is also a good idea to look at it on all angles, even to our farmers. Should you want to learn more about our machineries, basically we are inviting you. Come to our showrooms. We have a showroom along Eastern Bypass, opposite Administration Police Training College. We have another showroom along Park Road, opposite Muslim Academy. We are also launching 2 more showrooms before the end of the year, one in Voi, another one in Malindi. Be sure to check out on that. You can follow us on our Facebook page, Iconic Agricultural Machineries, Instagram and Twitter with the same handle, Iconic Agricultural Machineries. Give us a call if you are able to. Our contacts are 0707 414141 or 0710 414141. Call us anytime.
You have to make sure that the rotavators are facing in front or when it rotates. Then you align the rotavator with the hole on the rotavator and the hole on the shaft, so that work with the pin. Yes. Like the way he's doing it. Now that one is locked and it's ready to work. On the other side, same case. You remove the pin. You have to make sure that the rotavators are facing in front or when it rotates. Then you align the rotavator with the hole on the rotavator and the hole on the shaft, so that you lock with them.
Thank you very much for the insights, Iconic Agricultural Machineries. You can reach out to them to be able to get some of the equipment that they have supporting smallholder farmers. I think most of the issues that we had from the farmers, they were asking for shellers, they were asking for equipment that can help them manage climate smart agriculture, and we've seen all that from Iconic. So thank you very much, Iconic and your colleagues, for those insights. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to move on to our other country offices. We'll start with our colleagues from Rwanda, and then we'll go into the other countries. So I would like to welcome Epiphany Karekezi, who is our field officer in Rwanda, and also the AIF, who are our members in Rwanda. So over to you, Epiphany.
Hi everyone, my name is Epiphany Karekezi. I'm a program officer of EAGC in Rwanda. Here in Rwanda we have 36 members, and among them we have farmers, we have traders, we have processors, we have different service providers, and to serve them we have so far created awareness on East Africa harmonized standards for grains to more than 50,000 farmers here in Rwanda. We have facilitated trade for grade 1 maize, and whereby more than 850,000 metric tons have been traded through structured markets. We have also trained different stakeholders on grain quality and standards, post-harvest management, warehouse management, contract procedures, structured grain trade market systems, and so on, to serve them better. And we continue to serve them through our 4 main pillars. And among them, we have policy advocacy, market information systems, and the Grain Business Institute. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pifadi, for having taken us through what you're doing in Rwanda and supporting our members. So we'd also now like to hear from one of our members, Africa Improved Foods, who we've been supporting and facilitating trade from various countries in the region. So welcome, Africa Improved Foods. Over to you.
In East Africa, many people suffer from malnutrition and hunger. We need structural solutions to be able to address that issue. In this factory in Kigali, we produce high-quality nutritious foods for pregnant and breastfeeding mothers like myself and young children. My name is Aretha Mutumiha. I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager, and I'd like to welcome you to Africa Improved Foods. In this factory, we collect maize and soybeans from local farmers. We then add vitamins and minerals and turn them into nutritious multigrain porridges. These are high-quality products that contain the right nutrients for their target market. Our commercial brands are Nutri Toto for the kids and Nutri Mama for the expecting mother, as well as Nutri Family for the whole entire family. We also have products that are distributed for free. The products that are distributed by the government of Rwanda go to the most vulnerable women and children who cannot afford nutritious meals. mwambwira ukuntu mugurisha ino produit abantu bayigura n'ukuntu ibafasha mwebwe
abantu ukuntu bayigura.
So we're in Kimirongo market where we just interviewed Janvier, who says that the most important reason why people buy Nutri Family, Nutri Toto and Nutri Mama is because of the proteins and vitamins that these products contain, and that people want to try and see whether it can give the nutritious benefits that we claim. Hello Amar.
Hello Arita.
Can you please tell us how what we're doing here is supporting the people of Rwanda?
Sure, yeah, it helps people of Rwanda in a few different ways. First of all, our products are being distributed now to the 100,000 most vulnerable mothers and infants in the country in one of the biggest malnutrition prevention programs in the world. Secondly, we're sourcing maize from more than 10,000 local farmers and working intensively with them to improve their incomes and the quality of their grain. And thirdly, we employ 300 people here, as well as 2 to 3 times that amount in the value chain. All of the different stakeholders who are involved, all our shareholders, the government, and then of course all the employees here who've made this happen. I'm incredibly proud of what's been achieved.
Can you tell us how we are planning to expand this to other regions?
Well, the first way is by driving exports. So we already have our products on the shelf in Uganda and in Kenya, also in DRC. And the second way is to expand and build a new production facility in Ethiopia.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye guys, thank you.
Now that you know what a great initiative Africa Improved Food is and how it's helping improve the lives of people, not only their nutritional status, but also the lives of farmers, we love what we do here and we hope we can expand it to the rest of the region. Bye for now and thank you for watching.
Okay, thank you very much, Rwanda, and thank you for the Africa Improved Foods for the support and what we've been working together on and support to our members. So now we go back to the virtual Agribusiness Expo, and next online is Synergy Lubricants Limited, who will be speaking to us about some of the products they have to support farmers in climate smart technology. Over to you, Synergy Lubricants.
My name is Mohamed Baraka. I'm the Managing Director of Synergy Lubricants Solutions. It's a company that we formed about 10 years ago, and we manufacture lubricants locally. We import some which cannot be manufactured, and we have a distribution network throughout the country. We supply various industries in agriculture, the sugar mills, we supply the timber mills, we supply the transporters, we supply the steel mills, we supply road contractors, and so on. We have perhaps the biggest range of lubricants in the whole oil industry. So our lubricants are of different types, and we talk specifically about agricultural lubricants, super tractor oil, and tractor hydraulic and transmission fluids used in a tractor. My experience is that many people in this country use either engine oil or automotive gear oil in the transmission of a tractor. Both of those products are not good for the transmission of a tractor. One, the transmission of a tractor, the oil is used for transmission and also is used for the hydraulic system. The problem with the gear oil is that it's too heavy, so when it is churned, it forms foam, and that foam traps water from the atmosphere, which at night condenses and accumulates in the oil. Over a period of time, it causes the bearings and the gears to rust. So it is not good to use a gear oil. The other problem with the gear oil is that it is too heavy for the hydraulic system, especially in the morning when you are starting and the oil is thick. And the third thing is that it does not have what you call anti-squawk properties, because when you apply a brake, you'll hear noise. That noise is called squawking. And that means you are not using the right oil with the anti-squawk in it. The problem with the engine oil, too, is that it is an engine oil. It does not have what you call extreme pressure. So when it is used, the gears tear out because there is no oil film separating the teeth when they mesh. So when the oil film breaks, there is so much heat formed, it welds, and when it disengages, it rips off, and you'll see a lot of particles coming out of the oil, metal particles, just because you have used engine oil instead of the proper tractor hydraulic and transmission fluid. On a tractor, you want to lubricate the engine and you want to lubricate the transmission. We recommend you use a high quality engine oil. The higher quality, the better, because a high quality oil will give you a longer drain interval, so you are not messing around with it, you are not contaminating the environment frequently. And two, a higher quality oil makes your engine last even longer. So we have two types of engine oil. We have Delstacin as a synthetic oil. This can give you up to 600 engine hours. And then we have a mineral one which can give you up to 400 engine hours, which is an API CI4 oil. These are the oils that you should be using, and both of them are multi-grade, which means that in the morning, when the engine is cold, the oil is light enough for you to start the engine quickly. But as the engine heats up, the oil does not lose its viscosity or thickness. It will maintains it as if it's an SA40. In the tractor transmission, we have Delta tractor hydraulic and transmission fluid, which has got extreme pressure properties in it, so it will protect your gears. It is light enough, so it will protect your pump of the hydraulic system. It's got an anti-squawk in it, so the brakes won't make noise. And it's recommended that after 6 months you change the oil. If you have few tractors and you don't want to have a multiplication of oils, we recommend Delta Super Tractor Oil. Delta Super Tractor Oil can be used in an engine. It's a good quality engine oil. It can give you up to 300 engine hours. It is good for the transmission because it has extreme pressure properties in it. It is good for the brakes because it has anti-stroke in it, and is light enough for the hydraulic system, so you don't ruin your hydraulic pump. People are using water in the radiator. And water is very expensive because it makes the radiator to rust. It makes the engine to overheat. That rust can accumulate in the cylinder head and cause the cylinder head to crack, and water gets into the oil, in the engine oil, and the bearings will knock. We have a coolant, this type of coolant. They are in two different colors, but they have the same technology. This coolant can last up to between 3 and 5 years in the radiator, and it costs about 800 shillings in the retail shops. So using a good coolant like this, you save a lot of money because the radiator is supposed to last the life of the tractor. You should not replace a radiator until 20 years. The other thing is that when you use the engine coolant, the engine does not overheat, so you can continuously plow even for 24 hours without having to stop to let the engine cool, because the engine is cooling as it was designed. Not all the coolants on the market are good quality coolants. And one way that you can tell a good coolant or a bad coolant is you take nails, put them in a tube, and cover them with the engine coolant. Now, you can examine these nails every 3 days. If the coolant is good, the nails will remain as neat as you put them in. They don't change color, they don't rust. And that's the key principle property of a coolant. But we have found that a lot of coolants in the market, these were originally green coolants, but you can see they have lost color, the nails have rusted, they have become just like mud. Yeah, the other problem that the farmers have is they use low quality grease, which normally melts on the plow and causes the plow bearings to seize. But if you use a good quality lithium complex grease like the Delta lithium complex, this grease does not melt easily. It will last for a very long time, and it has a very high water resistance. So even during the rainy season, the grease is not washed out, and it can protect the bearings. When grain is harvested, it is processed with the machines, and those machines need lubrication. But when you use that lubricant, there is a chance some of it will leak into the food. So the lubricant you use should be such that even if it leaked into the food, it's not harmful. So we have special greases which we import from Spain. We have food grade grease which you can use on bearings of food processing machinery. We also have gear oils, 320 and 220, which you use on bearings, on the gears that are in the food industry. We also have hydraulic oils, which are used on tea picking machines, but it can also be used wherever you have a hydraulic system that there is a chance that the hydraulic oil could leak into the food. These are safe. They meet the NSF US standard. If you want to know about us more, we welcome you to visit our website www.slusolubes.com, or we invite you to come and visit us here on Tekitalerupe Road, Imara Daima, go down number 3.
Okay, thank you very much. Synergy Lubricant Solutions. I think now for the farmers, they have a better understanding on where to get the lubricants for the machines that they buy even from Iconic Agricultural Machinery. So with that transition of on farm, we come again to Syngenta East Africa. Syngenta is one of the companies that provide quality certified seeds And these are some of the solutions. Again, as we go forward, you heard from our farmers. They were looking for certified seeds. They were looking for drought-resistant seed, but they were also looking for products and pesticides that they can use on their farm for weeding and various other services on the farm. So welcome, Syngenta East Africa. Please share with us some of the climate smart solutions you have for the farmers. Thank you very much.
My name is Janaina Mbogo. I work at Syngenta as a senior field scientist. I offer technical services to cereal growers in Kenya, that is growers who specialize in wheat, barley, sugarcane, canola. Syngenta is an agrochemical company. We specialize in offering growers top-notch crop protection products with an aim of increased production for the grower. We are a research and development company, and therefore we offer the growers top-notch crop protection products that are tried and tested in most parts of the world. Our motto is bringing plant potential to life, and therefore any grower who chooses Syngenta, they choose potential and are able to increase their yields. We also have the seed department that offers high quality vegetable seeds for our growers who specialize in horticulture. Some of the products we offer in Syngenta include herbicides for cereals and vegetables. We also offer insecticides that control pests in the field. Maize is a very important staple crop in Kenya, and therefore as Syngenta we offer top-notch products to ensure that the farmer achieves maximum production. Weed management is very critical in maize production. In Syngenta, we have two products that we offer for weed management in maize. That is Lumax and Primagram. Primagram is a pre-emergent herbicide, meaning it is applied before the weeds and the maize emerge. Immediately after planting, before the weeds and the maize emerge, you apply Primagram at a rate of 3 liters per hectare. Primagram ensures that no weed seed is going to germinate and your maize is going to germinate without any interruption from weeds whatsoever for up to 4 to 5 months after application. The other product we offer for weed control in maize is Lumax. Lumax is applied at pre-emergence or at early posts. That means you can apply Lumax immediately after planting before the weeds and the maize emerge, or you can apply it after the maize has emerged but at early post of the weeds, meaning the weeds should be at least 2 to 3 leaves. When Lumax is applied as pre-emergent, it acts like Primagram, ensuring that no weed seed is going to germinate. When applied as an early post, it takes care of the weeds that had already emerged and also ensures that no other weeds are going to germinate in the farm. Fall armyworm is one of the most destructive pests we have experienced in maize farming. If not controlled early, it could lead up to 90% crop loss. In Syngenta, we have 3 products that we offer to control fall armyworm. We have Match, we have Ampligo, and we have Volium-Tago. Match is very good for controlling eggs in the farm. Therefore, when Match is sprayed, it controls the eggs, ensuring that they do not hatch and go to the next stage, which is the most destructive. We also have Ampligo and Volium-Tago. These 2 products control the larvae, and we all know that the larvae is the most destructive stage of the fall armyworm. Therefore, when controlled early, it ensures that the crop stays clean and the farmer is able to get more yields. For the wheat and barley growers, we know seed is a high investment, and therefore before planting, we recommend seed treatment. We have seed dressers. These are Celestop, Dividend, and Cruiser. As Syngenta, we offer on-farm seed cleaning and treatment. So you just need to get in contact with us and we are going to offer you those services. For weed control, we offer two types of products. We have the burn down and we also have the selective herbicides. We have touchdown, which can be used for land preparation. It's used as a burn down and it is non-selective. So you as a grower, when you plan to plant, you can apply the touchdown to clear the ground before the plowing. For the selective herbicides, we have Topic, which is applied at 1 liter per hectare. We have Traxos, also applied at 1 liter per hectare. And also we have Axio for the barley growers. The three products are post-emergent herbicides, and therefore are applied when the barley and the wheat has already emerged. They are safe to your barley and wheat, and you are assured of a clean crop during the entire growth. If your farm has watergrass, we have Savian, which can be tank mixed with the above products to offer you a one-pass control. For pest control in wheat and barley, we have Engeo, which is applied at a rate of 150 ml per hectare. Engeo will control aphids, cutworms and bollworms on your crop. Disease management should be done as a preventative rather than a curative. In Syngenta, we have three products that we offer for disease management in cereals. That is Amistar Extra, Atea, and Cherokee. At tillering, we recommend an application of Amistar Extra, which has azoxystrobin. Azoxystrobin has a greening effect, ensuring that the crop stays greener for longer. A green crop, we all know, has more chlorophyll, and therefore is able to manufacture more food, and through this you're able to get more yields. Amistar Extra also has cyproconazole as an active ingredient. Cyproconazole is a fast-moving active ingredient, ensuring that it reaches the active growing points of the crop, and if there's disease it is able to control at the right time. The second spray is recommended to be sprayed at T2, which is at the flag leaf stage. Flag leaf is a very important leaf in the cereal because this is where the food is manufactured, and research has shown that it contributes to up to 75% of yield. Therefore, it needs to be green and disease-free. For earwash, we recommend an application of Cherokee. Cherokee has three active ingredients, that is chlorothalonil, propiconazole, and cyproconazole. When this is applied at the right time, it ensures that your ear is clean, and which leads to a bumper harvest. Cherokee is applied at a rate of 1.2 liters per hectare. Atea has two active ingredients, that is propiconazole and cyproconazole. These two are very good for the control and prevention of stem rusts, yellow rust, septoria, tan spot. Visit us at www.syngenta.co.ke.
Thank you very much, Syngenta East Africa. That's a very exciting presentation on some of the pesticides and the herbicides that you have for the Eastern Africa region to use and to support our farmers. So moving on, we'll now go to our partners in Turkey, Petkus Euro-Asia Limited, who will presenting to us some of the storage solutions that we can have once we do the post-harvest. What do we do next with our produce? So we'll hear from some of the engineering works that Petkus has and some of the storage solutions and how we can get them to our farms. Over to you, Petkus.
Subnem, we cannot hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Hi again. Briefly, I'm going to give you a small info about who are Petkus, who are we. Can you see my sharing?
Yes, you can. You can click on the slideshow icon to make it bigger.
Is it okay now?
Okay, you can. There's a slideshow icon at the bottom. You know the slideshow icon?
I used the sharing button.
No. Okay, it's okay. You can just continue. We can see it.
Okay.
Just continue.
From the very beginning, who we are. Our company's history is a story of continuous improvement and development, a commitment to and a pioneer for technological progress. Today, Petkus is one of the largest seed and grain technology companies in the world. In a nutshell, 3 business divisions, 5 manufacturing companies, 29 regional Petkus sales and service companies, 360 employees, more than 100 euro sales, 1 research and development competence center, and 1 Petkus Academy. Our mission over the centuries, clean, pure, and strong seed with high vigor and sturdiness and healthy grain for feeding the growing world. And if you see our history from since 1852 till now, we are growing day by day, and today over 360 employees with sales, service, and engineering hubs in 29 countries. And also, we have companies and organizations like Petkus Technology, seed conditioning and enhancement grain technology, Petkus Engineering, grain storage terminal, grain port terminal, dry milling, and turnkey, Petkus process control, development of control systems for grain storage and grain port terminals, and SMESIA, 360-degree solutions for your storages. Also, we have other members of the Petkus group, Rober company, it's a Petkus company, Selecta, also it's a Petkus company, and Petkus Process Automation. Our main products are cleaners, X-Cleaner, Sikron, Machine Drum, and Cleaner, silos, profile wall silos, smooth wall silos, storage and buffer silos, round silos, silo, and equipment. And also we have conveyors, as you see here, belt conveyor round, bottom conveyors, through chain conveyor, pendulum, bucket elevator too, and dryer, continuous flow dryer, and structure, catwalks, stairs, ladders, and towers. Here is our company headquarters in Germany. Is it okay? You can hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. And here are our some knowledges. For example, we designs and supplies large plants for grain logistics and steel structures for processing plants with storing and dosing silos as well as dry milling plants. We are leader in the execution of complex international plant projects. We offer to our customer reliable delivery times, professional customized solutions, and the technology and quality of Petkus products. Our lean structure, our flexible and dynamic processes, as well as efficient tools allow us to fulfill the expectations of our customers and employees. We are member of the Petkus group, as you see, and Here is our terminals: grain storage terminal, grain port terminal, dry milling, and turnkey. And from now on, the other slides are shown are references for all branches, as you see. Shortly, that's all I think. And also we have, here is showing our locations and references in all over the world. The other pages are shown are references, as you see, all over the world. That's all. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to us. Hello?
Thank you, Sebnem.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you very much. We'll play your video
Sebnam, and your colleagues from Petkus, Turkey. We are very encouraged with the products that you have and also the partnership we have with EAGC. We look forward to supporting the farmers around here more once the COVID pandemic is done. So as we move forward, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your patience, and we are encouraged that we're still getting more people on in our YouTube channels, in the Facebook channels. Continue tweeting and tagging EAGC as we go forward. We are very excited, and thank you for the farmers who are hearing us from the various parts of the region, in Uganda, in Tanzania, in Rwanda, in Malawi. Keep on, we're very grateful for that. So for now, we would like to move on into Tanzania. We will see some of the work we are doing in Tanzania, and also we'll engage with some of the members from Tanzania. So Sharifa, over to you. Take us through some of the work that's going on in Tanzania.
Hello, my name is Sharifa Chikaha, Program Officer at EAGC in Tanzania. On behalf of the Tanzania country team, I would like to share some of the great work that we've been able to achieve in Tanzania. Hello, my name is Sharifa Chikaha, Program Officer at EAGC in Tanzania. On behalf of the Tanzania country team, I would like to share some of the great work that we've been able to achieve in Tanzania. EAGC Tanzania has 95 members. 35 are producers and traders, 14 service providers, 37 millers and processors, 4 are input suppliers, and 5 are development organizations. Our members are present countrywide and have business interests across the region. EAGC Tanzania is proud of its achievements over the past years as we support our members to expand their businesses, as well as our country to strengthen food security and attain its industrialization agenda. Our achievements include linking our farmers with more than 6,202 metric tons of trade opportunities in the region through B2B linkages, business opportunities valued of over $300 million, improving the business environment by lifting the grain export bans, securing input VAT credit on grain exporters to make them more competitive in export trade, and several other tax reforms through the annual national budget cycle. Training more than 140 farmer groups on structured trading systems, grain handling, post-harvest control, and market linkages with the support from our partner, Agro. Supporting SMEs to access regional grain markets in neighboring countries in partnership with USAID Nafaka. EAGC Tanzania welcomes all grain sector stakeholders to get in touch with us and explore more partnerships as we continue to facilitate efficient, structured, inclusive, and more profitable grain trade. Karibuni sana Tanzania.
Thank you very much, Sharifa, and our other colleagues from EAGC Tanzania. We are proud of the work that you're doing there. So for now, we'd like also to welcome one of our members, Pas, from Tanzania, who will take us through some of the services that they have to support farmers in access to finance. Over to you, Pas. Welcome.
kilimo haukuwa mzuri sana. Nilijua kama kilimo ni adhabu hivi.
Unajua ulipomaliza chuo tulikuwa tunafikia ni ukimaliza tu unaajiriwa. Unaona? So mawazo yetu kwa ni kuajiriwa.
PAS ni taasisi iliyoanzishwa takriban zaidi ya miaka 16 iliyopita kwa nia hasa ya kuwaunganisha wakulima, wafugaji na wavuvi na taasisi za fedha. Lengo kubwa ni kuwawezesha waweze kupata mitaji katika sekta ya fedha. PAS tumeanzisha kituo cha ubunifu wa biashara za kilimo, kwa Kiingereza Agribusiness Innovation Center. Na katika kituo hiki tunawafundisha vijana ujasiriamali kwa vitendo. Na hatusemi kwamba ni chuo au ni darasa. Hawa ni wafanyabiashara kabisa.
Ajira ya vijana ni changamoto kubwa kitaifa na vile vile kwa Afrika. Ukiweza ukaiuza sekta ya kilimo kwa namna ambayo inavutia kiteknolojia, kimiundombinu na kadhalika, vijana wengi wamehamasika kuingia katika sekta ya kilimo. Hivyo basi PAS imechukua jukumu la kuanzisha kitengo atamishi, tunakiita Agribusiness Incubation Center, ili kuweza kuwapa maelekezo bora wale ambao wanakidhi vigezo na kusema kweli wameonyesha hamasa ya kuingia katika kilimo.
Kwa hiyo EAGC imeona hilo tatizo na ikaanzisha kitengo cha kuwasaidia vijana. Tutakapoenda field mtaona vijana wanapopata elimu ambayo itasaidia kwenda kuanzisha shughuli zao wakiwa majumbani, lakini pia itasaidia tatizo la kuto kukopesheka.
EAGC ni idara ndani ya taasisi ya PAS, na lengo kubwa la EAGC ilikuwa ni kwamba kuweza kuwaendeleza au kuwasaidia wajasiriamali wasindikaji ambao wana tamani kuweza kusindika mazao ya kilimo waweze kuweza kupata masoko zaidi katika nchi ya Tanzania. Lakini kwa sasa pia lengo kubwa pia ni kuwawezesha vijana waweze kuingia kwenye kilimo, hasa kilimo cha mboga mboga na matunda, kwenye ambacho kwa sasa kimeanza kupata fursa kubwa katika soko la Tanzania na nje ya Tanzania.
Hapa tunapolima matango tunakuwa
EAGC ni mradi ambao unaendeshwa kwa ubia wa Chuo Kikuu cha Kilimo cha Sokoine na wale wote wengine ambao ni PAS Trust. Kulikuwa na ombi kutoka PAS Trust kwamba walitaka wao kuja kuanzisha hizi atamizi kwa ajili ya kuwafundisha wajasiriamali wadogo, lakini wakaja wakati mwafaka sana, kwa sababu pia chuo sasa kinataka kubadilisha mfumo wake wa kufundisha. Kwa kubadilisha mfumo ule kwamba sasa tunataka kuwa na wanafunzi ambao wakitoka hapa wanakuwa tu sio kwamba ni wanafunzi ambao wamesoma nadharia, lakini pia ni wanafunzi ambao wanajua kwa kilimo ni biashara, na vile vile wanaweza wakafanya kilimo kibiashara.
Majina yangu naitwa Zephania mwana wa Philemon. Sasa hivi hapa nipo nazalisha nyanya, inaitwa Ana F1, na uzalishaji wetu unafanyika kwenye screen house.
Hii ni Ana F1. Napanda kuanzia mwezi wa 11.
Okay.
Yeah. Na karibuni sana.
Asante.
Mtazamo wangu juu ya kilimo haukuwa mzuri sana. Nilijua kama kilimo ni adhabu hivi, kwa sababu nikikumbuka huko niliambiwa ukicheza na shule utarudi ushike jembe. Hapo kabla sikuwa ninajua kilimo kwa maana ya practice. Nilikuwa najifunza theory sana. Lakini baada ya kuja kwenye hiki kituo atamizi, nimepata skills ambazo zinaniwezesha sasa kwenda kufanya kilimo mimi mwenyewe. Malengo yangu makubwa ni kufanya kilimo hiki cha horticulture, kufanya farming as business. Na hivyo nitakuwa na greenhouse ambazo zitakuwa zinalima hizi nyanya, lakini pia zitakazokuwa zinalima matango na mboga mboga za majani.
Ukipa mkopo sasa hivi unaweza kumanage kutokana na kujua kwamba mtafanyaje?
Ndio, naweza kumanage. Vitu vya kipekee, moja ni exposure. Kupitia PAS EAGC nimeweza kukutana na watu wengi sana ambao ni wadau wa sekta ya kilimo kutoka nje na walioko ndani ya Tanzania. Lakini mbili, kupitia PAS EAGC baada ya kutoka hapa nitapata 80% kwa maana ya kukopeshwa mkopo, na nitaenda nikaanzishe kilimo hiki. Kwa hiyo hivi ni vitu pekee sana ambavyo vimenisaidia mimi pia kuona future yangu.
Upande wa vijana tunahudumia mikoa yote Tanzania, kwa sababu vijana kama ambao tayari wapo kwenye vituo vyetu watamizi wanatoka sehemu zote za Tanzania, na tunasema hivyo kwa sababu huwa tunatoa matangazo kwenye magazeti kwa ajili ya vijana ambao ni Mtanzania aweze kuomba ili aweze kujiunga na vituo watamizi.
Kwa jina naitwa Grace Julius Rukondo. Niko hapa pasi ya EAGC nikijihusisha na kulima nyanya katika kitalu nyumba. Niliona tangazo wakawa wakihitaji vijana ambao wana passion na kilimo. Kwa hiyo nilipoona vile nikasema na mimi kwa vile na passion na kilimo na nahitaji kujua zaidi kwenye kilimo. Kwa hiyo nikawa nimetuma maombi, nikaomba na wakanichagua. Nikawa nimeweza kufika na kwa udili sana na kile kilimo cha mazoea ambacho tulikuwa tumekizoea, labda tunalima tunategemea tu mvua. Mradi huu umejikita kwa teknolojia zaidi, kwamba tunawezaje tukahama kutoka kule tulikokuwa tumezoea tunalima kwa mvua, sasa tulime bila kutegemea mvua. Kupitia mradi huu ni vingi nimejifunza, kwamba kilimo sio tu kwa ajili ya kutupatia chakula, ni zaidi ya hapo, kutupatia hata pesa. Kwa kupitia kilimo mtu unaweza kujiajiri na ukawa ni kazi yako binafsi ambayo inajitegemea.
Yote Fate ni mradi wa kunenepesha mbuzi, kwa maana ya kuongeza thamani kwa mbuzi ili kuwauza mbuzi kwa thamani yenye faida zaidi. Lengo la mradi huu hasa ni kusaidia vijana wa Tanzania wa kike na wa kiume wenye umri kuanzia miaka 18 mpaka 35. EAGC ikiwa chini ya PAS imeona kuna vijana wengi ambao wapo hawana ajira tu, kwa imetumia kama hiyo changamoto kama fursa pia ya kuweza kuwasaidia vijana waweze kujikwamua katika umaskini.
Moja ya kazi za utafiti ni kuhakikisha kwamba tunatengeneza wafugaji. Kwa hiyo tulipogundua kwamba hawa wamekuja na idea ya kuweka vijana pamoja, wawafundishe waweze kupata ujasiriamali wa kufuga ufugaji wa kisasa wa mbuzi. TALIRI imetoa eneo la kufanyia kazi. TALIRI inatoa utaalamu na bado itaendelea kutoa utaalamu. Alafu elimu nyingine ni ulishaji. Tumetengeneza formula kwa ajili ya kulisha na kunenepesha mbuzi hao. Huo ndio mchango wa TALIRI kitaalamu. PAS wao ndio wametoa fandi.
Aliba Abdi Abdara ni mshiriki katika shirika la PAS EAGC. Ufugaji kwa kweli mimi nilikuwa nafuga tu mbuzi kama mbuzi, lakini sikujua kama ni sehemu ya biashara. Vitu vya kipekee vilivyoletwa na mradi huu, kwanza ni kukutana na wadau mbalimbali ili kufahamiana na watu tofauti tofauti. Mradi huu umebadilisha mtazamo mkubwa kwenye maisha yangu ninavyoona mimi. Umenitoa katika ufugaji wa kiolela na kunipeleka katika ufugaji wa kibiashara zaidi, kimaendeleo na kujuana na masoko, wateja mbalimbali na wadau tofauti tofauti kutoka nje.
Hawa vijana tumewapa fursa za kuwapa mitaji katika vituo watamizi, incubation centers, waweze kuendesha biashara chini ya uangalizi na maelekezo ya PAS na wataalamu wa PAS kwa kipindi cha miezi 12. Wamehusishwa kuanzia ujenzi wa ile kitalu nyumba screen house pamoja na miundombinu yake, na gharama zote wanazifahamu. Hawa vijana baada ya miezi 12 tutawapeleka benki na tutawaunganisha na halmashauri. Watapewa ardhi, hata kama ni kwa kununua, watapata hela ya mikopo ya kununua hiyo ardhi na kuwekeza katika hiyo ardhi, kwa sababu wameshajifunza, ambao PAS itawadhamini wapate hiyo mikopo, waweze kuanzisha biashara yao hii popote wanapotaka kuishi katika nchi yetu, na watakuwa wameshaingia sasa kwenye uzalishaji kama wajasiriamali.
Thank you very much, Past Trust, for that engagement. I know we had the Swahili, but we had also the subtitle translated, and the recording is also available on YouTube, where we can be able to interact with Past more. They've been supporting some of the farmers that we've been supporting to aggregate, to get credit facilities and financial services to be able to continue and improve their farming, and also reduce transaction costs. So thank you very much, our Tanzania team. Over to now, let's come back to the virtual the virtual agribusiness expo. And next on is F&S Scientific, who are supporting also on laboratory equipment on how we can be able to get quality grain. Like we said, quality grain has become an issue in this part of the region. And we've seen a lot of products on aflatoxin being removed from the shelves because of some of these challenges of aflatoxin. So based on what we had earlier from the IFTL, the lab services they are doing, we have the support services from F&S Scientific. So moving on, let's go to them. Over to you, F&S Scientific.
We get that a lot as well. We are all consumers, and I believe as consumers we require food. It's our right to have food that is safe and of high quality. My name is Rachel Wangoi, the product manager for food quality and safety, and this is my colleague Eunice Mboe and Joshua Osuka. We form part of the food quality and safety department at F&S Scientific. Now at F&S Scientific, we provide food safety and quality testing solutions across East Africa to ensure that the food that is in the market is not only safe for human but also for animal consumption. F&S is a company that provides laboratory testing equipment across East Africa. We've been in operation for the last 30 years, and we serve several sectors and industries across East Africa, as I said. Now, our mission is to make Africa cleaner, safer, and healthier, and we are divided into 4 divisions. The analytical division, whereby food quality and safety comes in, the life science division, clinical division, and general lab equipment. This brief demonstration will cover the analysis of aflatoxin in grains using the Reveal Q+ and the integrated Raptor analysis platform. For aflatoxin testing, you require the following: ethanol analytical grade, distilled water, a grinder, your sample, a weighing scale capable of weighing 100 grams plus or minus 0.01, a graduated measuring cylinder, sample cups, filter syringes, an adjustable micropipette capable of measuring 100 to 1000 microliters, pipette tips, the testing kits, which includes enough supplies to test for 25 samples. The kit includes the test strips, clear sample cups, red dilution cups, and a bottle of sample diluent. And then we have the Raptor integrated system. We actually have 2 machines. One is able to run 3 samples at a time. The other one is Raptor Solo that is capable of analyzing 1 sample at a time. And the Raptor cartridges. You are required to get a representative sample. For this demonstration, a minimum of 100 grams is required. Put it in your grinder and grind until it has the consistency of instant coffee, or 95% of the ground sample passes through a 20 mesh sieve. The next procedure is you're supposed to just weigh 10 grams of your sample. Make sure that your weighing balance is calibrated according to your laboratory standards. After weighing 10 grams of your sample,
extract using 1:5 ratio, meaning 1 part of your sample and 5 parts of 65% ethanol. Measure accurately 50 ml of your prepared 65% ethanol. Next, you're going to shake this for 3 minutes. You can manually shake this or use a laboratory shaker. The shaking is supposed to extract the aflatoxin in your sample. And shake at least 3 minutes. Then after 3 minutes, you're going to allow this sample to settle for at least 1 minute and proceed with the filtration. You can filter your sample using either the filter syringe or Wattman #1 or any qualitative #1 filter paper. Make sure you filter your sample at least 3 ml for optimal sample accuracy. You then proceed to the sample analysis. Remove equal number of sample clear caps and red dilution caps, and using your adjustable micro pipette, pipette exactly 100 microliters of your sample, and make sure that your pipette tip does not have any air bubbles. You're going then to measure 500 microliters of your sample diluent. Adjust your micro pipette to the desired volume, which is 500 microliters, and make sure you use each tip for every sample or analysis. And then mix this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to make sure that it's thoroughly mixed. Now we are going to the step of data acquisition, whereby place your test strip into the test cartridge. Like that, and place your test cartridge with your test strip into the Raptor cartridge. You can place the test cartridge at any of the ports. The Raptor system is going to read the barcode of your test strip, and if you're required, it will prompt you to scan the QR code. So the QR code contains the lot information and the calibration curve. The reader will prompt you to enter your sample ID. You can either manually enter this, or in case you barcode your samples, just place your sample in front of the machine that has the barcode. The Raptor system will prompt you to add sample and select next. So you're going to measure exactly 400 microliters of your sample and pipette it directly into the test cartridge. Press next. The machine will detect the fluid front, and within 6 minutes you have your results. It's the same procedure with the Raptor Solo system, only that now it analyzes 1 sample at a time. After the 6 minutes incubation and testing time, the Raptor system is going to give you fully quantitative results. For this instance, the result is 2.7 parts per billion, and you're able to print out your result and get a hard copy of the results. And the procedure should take you 10 to 15 minutes. It's quite rapid. Test with Neogen, test with confidence and accuracy.
FNS Scientific specializes in a number of renowned world-class brands. And or as you see on my table, we have some of them here, not everything. And I'll start from this side. We have a moisture meter from Dickie John for moisture analysis for your grains. And we have water activity from Novacina for water activity test. Then we also have a potentiometric titrator for your micronutrients in your grains, your wheat. And then we have a water purification system from Elga, just in case you want quality water for your lab testing, quality test. And then in front we have data loggers for transport, for your storage, if you want to take records of temperature and humidity of at which your samples or your grains are stored, can help in transport and also in storages. For more information on this, you can visit our website at www.fnscientific.com or write to us to info@fnscientific.com.
Okay, thank you very much, F&S Scientific, for those insights on some of the products that you have. We appreciate your partnership with the East Africa Grain Council and your continued engagement with our members. So our next is the Pest Control and Produce Board, PCPB, which is a government body. They'll tell us through what they're supporting and how they're supporting farmers for pest control. So over to you, PCPB.
My name is Dr. Esther Kimani. I'm the Chief Executive of the Pest Control Products Board. This is a government regulatory agency that regulates on behalf of the government on matters of pest control products. The goal is to ensure that only safe products that are safe for human, animal, and environment are introduced into the country for management of pests. The mission of the organization, the Pest Control Products Board, is to ensure effective and efficient regulatory services. We regulate those people who manufacture, who sell, who transport, those who are distributing, and even advertising and disposal of the expired chemicals or other pest control products to ensure that they do not contaminate the environment or endanger human and plant life and also animal lives. Our role in the grain industry is to ensure that only products that are safe for use are introduced. As we all know, grains are affected by many pests during production and also during storage. For example, in production, we have got the fall armyworm. We also have other diseases like maize beetle necrosis that can wipe out the whole production of grain, especially maize. In legumes, we also have bollers, that and other diseases that affect the legumes during production. So the role of PCPB is to ensure that only safe products are introduced for management of these pests. For those who are businesses of pest control products, they must be registered by Pest Control Products Board, and you can get more information from our offices or in our website. We also create a lot of awareness among the farmers who are using these pesticides so that they use them safely and also store them in a safe manner so that they don't endanger their lives. So We encourage all business people who are doing businesses in pest control products to ensure that they follow the regulations and also register with the pest control products board. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, PCPB, the Pest Control and Produce Board, for what you're supporting our farmers on the ground. And we'll continue engaging with you on some policy issues that we can work on as we continue also in harmonizing the pest control products across the region. So moving forward, and our last exhibitor is Elite Innovations. They'll also take us through some of the solutions they have for the farmers and the farming community across the region. So over to you, Elite Innovations.
You can see me. My name is Peter Gitao. I'm the general manager for Elite Innovations. Elite Innovations is an agribusiness company that mostly deals with trying to eradicate post-harvest losses. Our bags are useful up to between 3 to 5 seasons. We say that because depending on where any farmer is doing his farming, we have different types of seasons. The bag has been proven to work. It's a bag that has been tested by Calro that does the testing, the efficacy test. It's a very aggressive test. Our bags preserve the moisture, but after drying, they preserve whatever moisture was left in that maize. Therefore, you get to avoid so many things. Aflatoxin, you can't get any aflatoxin. With our bags, you get to save a lot. In the end, if you're considering using our bag and you want to use it for up to 5 years, you end up saving the amount of money you would have used for pesticide dust. Basically, hermetic means no air. It's a technology that was developed by Purdue University in West Africa. And initially, the technology was developed for cowpeas. And later on, after so many tests, we got to realize that this technology can be applied for other cereals, including maize, including beans, so long as it's dried well enough. Our bags ensure that no air, like the OTR, the oxygen transmission rate, is very low. In cases where, say, your maize was infested with weevils maybe in the shamba, it takes at least 3 days to kill them, and anything that was inside there dies because they lack oxygen. This is an Elite bag. We normally call it a 3-layer bag. Reason because it comes with an outer bag, a WPP bag. This is the normal gunia, like people use for storage. That is when they're using pesticide. And then it comes with 2 inner liners, one and a second one. And this is how they look. We also provide 3 pieces of twine, mostly because if you're planning to store your cereals for a long time, we don't want you to puncture these liners. The twine are meant to be used to tie this. Essentially, how you use these bags is that you store your maize in the very first liner inside. You tie it using one of the twine. Then after that, you always have to make sure like you expel all the oxygen inside, all the air inside. You just expel from the bag up to where the level of the maize is, or the level of the cereal is. So you just make sure you expel everything. It's normally very easy. It's like a very easy process. It's just about tying that, and use the twine to tie. The same thing happens to the second liner. You do the same thing. Expel all the oxygen, all the air, then tie. What happens, what's special with our bag, as I'd mentioned, is that the oxygen transmission rate is very low. So once you expel all the air inside, the weevils or the insects cannot get any air from anywhere else. Nothing will come from outside to the inside. So if they are inside, they are going to die, definitely, within 2 or 3 days maximum. The second thing is, like as I had mentioned, that in some areas like the eastern region, we have very aggressive types of weevils, the low grain borer, and they are able to puncture through so many things. If you were to try and test one of these liners for a puncture test, you can even use a pen, but you'll find that they stretch out. Our liners will stretch out. They don't puncture as easily. It stretches out for a very long time before eventually being punctured. And even if you try to pull it, it doesn't tear easily, because essentially we're trying to make sure that even weevils from outside or insects from outside cannot get in easily. They cannot puncture the liner. Your cereal is safe for the longest time possible. And we always make sure also that these liners are sealed tightly at the bottom. The seals here are normally airtight, so nothing can come in also from beneath, and it cannot tear as easily. It doesn't. The seal, this only tears out, but still, you see, it's still intact. It doesn't open. The seal doesn't open up. Our bags have been tested by Calro, which is a government institution, and even after that, they normally have to go through tests by the Kenya Bureau of Standards. And you'll notice that all our liners come with actually a KEBS logo, meaning that they've actually been tested and approved. This makes sure, it ensures that you eat food that's clean and free from pesticide. Our liners or our bags are used for longer periods of time. These are bags that you can use for between 3 to 5 years. And that's the same reason why these are bags that are approved for production by NEMA, because they are as much as they are plastics that can be used time and time again. Elite also produces and distributes silage bags. As you can see, they are normally very huge. It's the dimensions are 1 meter by 2.5 meters long. The uses of a silage bag are mostly to store fodder for your dairy cattle. This normally ensures it simply works almost the same way as the hermetic bags. Even this is airtight. It reduces the water vapor from outside and also reduces the oxygen transmission rate. What it does is it carries out the fermentation process by making sure that all the nutrients from the fodder remain inside. This is unlike maybe traditional storage methods. If you were to leave hay or leave fodder outside, the aeration and the drying ensures that you lose the nutrients from this. So using the silage bags, within 2 or 3 days, you make sure that you maintain all the nutrients inside. So the silage bag comes with 2 colors. The inside is normally black and the outside white. The black color inside, it just ensures that the heat inside remains inside. And the white color outside ensures that the fodder does not absorb heat from outside. This is because that you want to keep only heat inside so that the fermentation can happen in a slow manner. Contact us on our website on www.eliteinnovations.co.ke or visit our warehouse off Wayakiwe on Mohori Road. And to get our bags, to get all our solutions for your poison-free grain storage, visit any agrovet near you, any dairy cooperative, and ask for an Elite bag.
Thank you very much, Elite Innovations. And also to pass some information that now the hematic bags in Kenya we have standards for the hematic bags, and they've been gazetted in Kenya with support from EAGC. So if you need more information on how to access quality hematic bags, you can get in touch with Elite Innovations or come to us at EAGC and we'll support you to find the best products. So moving forward, we would like to engage with the Climate Smart Innovations and what we are doing. We have been partnering with the Climate CDKN, the Climate Development Knowledge Network in South Africa, who have been working with us to develop some solutions on climate change in the region. We've done a project with them in Kenya and Uganda. And from that project, we did a study with various farmers across the region on what kind of information they require on climate change and some of the solutions that are available to them. So from the study, we were able then to innovate and create various services that can be used by the farmer. One of that service was a curriculum for training on climate change for the farmers. And earlier on today, you saw some of the trainings that the farmers picked out, and we've been training them across the region. Another product we did was a database of service providers who are able to provide climate smart technologies across the region. We have that database as well, and also it's useful for farmers. The other products then we developed was the climate information for grains. This is a web portal that provides information for farmers across the various counties, and you can get climate information as close as your village or as next to your home using GPS. So we have mapped out the farmers where they are, especially the ones with our G-hubs, and from that location, they are able to access information on climate change. And once they have the information, we then provide advisory services on what they can do within the timeline they have on a real-time basis, and also where they can get the various services. So to take us through that web portal that we have developed, I will invite my colleague, Alan Kiprop, who is our support on that service, and also our engagement with CDKN. Over to you, Alan.
Thank you for inviting me for this session. I'm going to do a quick demonstration on CI4G, that is Climate Information for Grain. This is a web portal where, based on the EAGC model, this model is a model where farmers are clustered into hubs. So this tool mainly focuses on producing weather forecast for those apps. In addition to that, there are advisories also which are relayed to those hubs using the portal. This is not only a portal, since we know most farmers don't have access to the internet in daily basis. We also have an SMS service where we push weather information to the farmers in weekly basis. So I'll quickly just go and do a demonstration to show you where this portal is. So I'm going to share my screen. And my screen is here. Okay, so I hope you can all see my screen. I'm just doing first, going to show you, I think I'm sharing the wrong screen. Let me share again. I believe I'm just checking. Yes, I can see my screen is now visible. So as you can see, this portal is accessible. It's ci4g.net. This is the site. On this site, we focus on giving 7-day weather forecasts, which are updated every day. And we focus mainly on 2 commodities, although these 2 commodities, that's where we have perfected the platform. Maize for grains, and then we have beans for pulses. And the list of commodities is going to be increased in subsequent period. And the nature of weather forecast or advisories are based on crop stages. We have advisories based on land preparation. We have advisories based on planting, and when the crops are in vegetative stage. We have advisories based on coping and maturing, as well as advisories on harvesting and post-harvest. And as I said before, these advisories are given based on locations or hubs. So currently we have 15 hubs, 10 locations in Kenya, 2 locations in Uganda, and 3 locations in Rwanda. So from this first page, we can go ahead and, for example, we have Chalanjukini Cooperative, and then a user will click on that to get the forecast information. And as you can see here, you can see that today in Chalanjukini Cooperative, presently the temperature is 28.9. There's a clear sky. You can see humidity, visibility, which is 10,000 meters, wind speed, wind direction. And you can see there is a legend there describing what the rainfall categories. Apart from that, you can see a weather forecast for today, the later today, that the temperature, the highest is 28.89, the lowest is 18.81, humidity, all those. And then there's an extended coverage for the next 1 week. As you can see, we have advisories for Chalanjukini Cooperative for maize. In this region, most maize is being harvested now. So most of the advisories that you see there are related to harvesting. You can see in areas, for those ones that are preparing to plant beans, they are given that they should use reapers and relevant advisories. In addition to that, when you come to the homepage, users that visit this site have the ability of checking on the climate smart service providers. So we have a directory, and a user can go in and search. And in this directory, as you can see, we have 39 companies, varying from SEAT, Brass Agro, all the way to containers. So we've listed the kind of technology, their location. So this is a directory that is also important. One thing that I need also to mention is that we also have historical weather information. And this historical weather information was provided to us by ICPAC. It covers the last 40 years from 1981. So we have average precipitation from 1981 for more than 30 locations in Kenya. So if you go, for example, Eldoret in Kenya, and you filter, you'll be able to see historical weather, 342 points for historical weather information. You also have a map on this site. So in case you just want to know which locations do we have weather information, there is a map there. So you can see that the 10 locations in Kenya, the 2 locations in Uganda, and the 3 locations in Rwanda. Apart from that, I should mention that just to show you how these advisories are generated, we have a content management system. This content management system will allow us to post advisories. And we have EAGC has field officers across the region. And the field officers will liaise knowing what the farmers are experiencing. They will prepare these advisories, log into the platform, and then they will create advisories. And on creating advisories, the advisories, as I said, they have a category and they are related to a crop and even the type of advisories. All advisories in this platform will expire. They all have expiration date, so that after a duration, some advisories are based on weekly, others are based on seasons. So the advisories will expire after a season. Just to show you, the other thing is all these hubs that we have been set in the platform. As you can see, there is the hub name, the region, the country, and then we have the GPS coordinates. These GPS coordinates, these are the basis for weather forecast. And from the weather forecasting engine, these forecasts are based on a radius of 9 miles, which is approximately 15 kilometers. So if you're within 15 kilometers from the hub, you will be able to accurately get the weather information or the related advisories for those regions. As I said, the platform is extensible. We are working on adding additional crops on this platform. The other thing that I should mention about the CI4G tool is that if you come to this platform on the homepage, we are working on having this platform based on the feedback that we are getting. We will be able to allow users to sign up. Each farmer will sign in. They will be able to put in the GPS coordinates, and then out of that, we could customize advisories and weather forecast information that are specific to a given location. So in brief, that is the CI4G tool. I'm grateful. I'll be able to welcome any comments. Back to you, Janet. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alan, for taking us through the CI4G tool. We are still improving, so we'll ask our stakeholders to continue giving us feedback. so that we can improve it further and have it very functional. After we do this, we will then be enabling farmers to access this information via an SMS service that will be real time. And within a week at least, the farmers can be able to forecast or predict what is likely to happen. And if there are any equipment or facilities that will be required around that, we can then consolidate the demand and work with our members to supply what the equipment or the facilities that are required to mitigate any climate change issues. So moving forward, as we go towards the end of the virtual expo, would like to engage with our stakeholders in Malawi, who we continue to work with. We have an office there. So Ms. Kohani Uzamba, our representative in Malawi, kindly take us through some of the work we are doing there. Welcome, Kohani.
Hi, my name is Kohani. I'm the country program officer for EAGC Malawi. In the 4 years that regions of Malawi, the central region. EAGC has also been the key stakeholders in different meetings. Hi, my name is Kohani. I'm the country program officer for EAGC Malawi. EAGC in Malawi has been operational since 2016. It has a total number of 18 members, most of which are active members, meaning they're either grain traders, grain producers, or grain processors. In the 4 years that EAGC has been operational in Malawi, it has facilitated grain trade through its business-to-business meetings, as well as different market linkage events. These market linkage meetings and events have been done in all the 3 regions of Malawi, the central region, the southern, as well as the northern region. EAGC has also been doing policy advocacy activities. It has been a part of the key stakeholders in different meetings. One of its policy advocacy activities had yielded big by facilitating the grain trade of smallholder farmers' pigeon peas. EAGC has also been providing market information to its different stakeholders. One of its beneficiaries has been CDI, who have been able to sell soybean to Rwanda for their smallholder farmers whom they work with. EAGC has also been doing different capacity building activities and trainings. It has trained different categories of stakeholders, including farmers, traders, warehouse operators, finance institutions, as well as government officials. EAGC is currently working with GIZ in building capacity of different farmer-based organizations, and also one key warehouse operator. This central warehouse will be the main point through which the different FBOs that have been trained will be delivering their grain. Under the GIZ, EAGC has also provided software installation of the GSOCO, which will be used as a tool for trade facilitation. EAGC is also currently working with the Malawi government through its project called the Agriculture Commercialization Project in doing a study for them to study the structured markets and also the warehouse receipt systems in Malawi, and to see how these can be improved. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kohani, for that engagement and the support that we are doing with our members in Malawi. We are grateful that we can now trade across the region, facilitate trade all the way from Malawi, Zambia, Tanzania, DR Congo, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Burundi, Kenya, and Uganda. So within the region where EAGC works, we are glad that we have all our stakeholders. We also have our partners in South Africa who are also in this meeting from the CDKN. We also have our members from Petkus all the way from Turkey. We also have our members from Agratronics all the way from the US. We also have other exhibitors from Rwanda, from Uganda, from Tanzania, who have been able to showcase their products going forward. And this was the essence of this virtual agribusiness expo and the symposium bit, where we were able to share information on structured trade. We were able to move all the way from the farm level into processing, into post-harvest, through the entire value chain, and we were able to demonstrate what EAGC is doing at every level to support, to reduce transaction costs moving forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to come to the end of the first virtual agribusiness expo. We are also cognizant of the effects of the pandemic, and we are not sure how long it will go, so we will review and see any feedback from you on this virtual agribusiness expo, what we can improve and how we can move it forward. So I will just give you a few minutes on the chat button, everyone who is on, to just give us just one feedback on what was your experience on the first virtual agribusiness expo and what we can do better. Just take a minute, just everyone, and we'll be seeing on the chat button. Just click on it and give us just feedback on your experience, what you liked, what you did not like, and what we can improve. But if anyone is also free just to speak out loud, you can either raise your hand, I'll be able to see it, and we can give you the floor just to give a comment, to give a compliment, to give a complaint. Any feedback is welcome to us. Everyone, just 1 minute on the side button to give us feedback. Your feedback. Either write it on the chat button or lift up your hand. Even the exhibitors, if you have any feedback, I can see Iconic is still on. I can see our colleagues from AgroZ, if you're still on. Any feedback is welcome. Okay, so we are coming to the end of a very exciting 2 days which we've had, the Agribusiness Expo. And from us, we have learned a lot. We have had a very good experience. It has been a very exciting sessions. We have been able to push ourselves and innovate in new areas, even that we are being called to do even during these COVID times. So I want to thank each one and every one of you who was able to attend, who was able to participate, who was able to exhibit, and who was able to sponsor these sessions. So as we close, I would like therefore to invite Mr. Gerard Masila, the Executive Director at EAGC, who will give us some remarks and then close the virtual exhibition. Welcome, Gerard Masila.
Thank you very, very much. All of us who have participated in today's 2020 EAGC Virtual Agribusiness Expo and Symposium that has taken place in the 2 days on 24th and 25th of November 2020. Indeed, we are very, very glad that we have had a successful event. And we want to thank you all very, very much for your participation. I'll first start by thanking and appreciating and acknowledging our partners and sponsors who have enabled us to host this virtual event. Our sponsors, CKDN, our sponsors, Petkus from Turkey, our sponsors, MEDA, who we are in a partnership together, Agra Rwanda, where we are implementing a project there to mitigate aflatoxin. Thank you very much. And also the Kenya Cereals Enhancement Project. Very, very much appreciated our sponsors that we had this year, 6 in number. We also are glad that more than 7 countries were able to join in from various parts of the world in this expo. So thank you very much for that, because then we were able to reach many, many people, and that's quite exciting for us. We had 12 exhibiting companies that have made this exhibition possible, and we want to take this opportunity to thank these exhibitors very much, because without you exhibitors, we would not have had an exhibition, because there is no exhibition without exhibitors. And we are glad in the last 2 days, we've been able to cover a wide range of themes and topics, starting from genetics. We're able to see that from the exhibitors showing us how they are doing their genetics. Breeding was also shared. Crop protection was shared. Farm inputs, a whole range of farm inputs. Farm machinery, again, and very interesting, innovative, new smallholder relevant and appropriate farm machinery solutions that we've been able to exhibit through this exhibition. Post-harvest management, also solutions in post-harvest were shared, from processing to packaging to storage to quality control. You saw the moisture meters, including the one that I was demonstrating earlier in the day, and that I showed that we'll be doing a field activities around with the farmers to test the unit and see how greatly it is performing and compare it with the conventional ones. We've also covered laboratory services from the Interfield Food Testing Laboratory. We offered and shared what we are doing as intervention in market information, in training and capacity building, in trade facilitation. There was also a very good exhibitor on lubricants, and not just lubricants, but farm agriculture machinery related and suitable lubricants. We also covered trade finance, and we had testimonies from members who have benefited from the EAGC trade finance solutions, including the collateral management services and others. We also have seen food products, final food products that are produced with various raw materials, cereals and grains raw materials, and that was quite exciting. I'm also glad that through this virtual event, we had the farmers' voices. The farmers spoke, and you saw them. And they shared quite a number of their experiences, and they have presented challenges to us. They have said that climate risk and climate issues are real. Sometimes they plant and there's a rain failure, they have to replant again, and they are asking us, what can we do? And indeed the CI4G solution goes towards addressing that quite a lot. Farmers' voices also indicated the challenges with marketing, how difficult it is to be connected to the market, and indeed part of the work we are doing even with KSEP and others is bringing solutions for market linkages. Farmers complained about the cost of equipment, both for production, for harvesting, and the challenges in mechanization. And we are glad that part of the exhibitions that we shared today provides solutions for storage, including even managing storage pests at post-harvest. Farmers also raised issues with aflatoxin, and they indicated that many a times they've ended up missing a market because they harvest grain and only to get it rejected because of high aflatoxin levels, and farmers are asking, what can we do? What solutions do we have? And I'm glad, again, at post-harvest level, we're able to share a bit of that, but the challenge is going out to all of us. What solutions can we bring to address this? We also had farmers' voices talking about inputs. And it was quite interesting, the view the farmers brought. And they say that it's not just a question of generic inputs that are available and that are out there, but this time round, farmers are asking us to provide input solutions that are suitable for their agroecological locations. So they are asking, what are those right inputs for their locations? And I think that's a challenge going back to us. So Syngenta and others and other solution providers, that is a question, not just an input, but an input that is agroecologically suited. The issues of wildlife conflict also came up, particularly how to manage birds in the ecosystem when you are growing certain grains and cereals that also attract birds. And so the question is, how do we manage this in an eco-friendly manner? An issue of extension and advisory also came up, and the farmers are asking, what are those appropriate crop protection solutions that we can have? And they really complained and decried the issue of the inferior crop protection products that they are finding in the market, and they are saying, how can we have a process that allows them to have crop protection solutions that are not of inferior quality. Of course, the issue of crop selection also, the question of what crop should I plant given my agroecological zones also came up, and quite interesting. So indeed, farmers, we want to assure you that we have recorded these voices of yours, and I will be making a follow-up even as we engage with our exhibitors and our members, and we'll be coming back to you with solutions to address these challenges. We are glad that through this engagement in the last 2 days, we've reached out to thousands and thousands of people. We're still collecting the data and the statistics. We were on various channels. We were on Microsoft Teams, and we had people logging in from all over the world. We were on our YouTube channel, the EAGC YouTube channel, where we were able to stream the event in the last 2 days live. We were on Facebook, we were on Twitter, and we encourage those who would like to repeat or to review some of the exhibitions that were shown in the virtual event, visit our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to replay and repeat and see the specific exhibitors that you might be interested. Of course, we got requests for contacts with some of the exhibitors, and we have these contacts. Reach out to us if you want to be connected to any of the exhibitors we had. We will be very, very glad to do that. So quite happy that we had farmers logged in from various parts of the country and various parts of the region. So our farmers, thank you very much, and the exhibitors, because we can only have a successful event of an exhibition if you have people exhibiting and people coming to watch, to see, and to learn. And indeed, we had a lot to learn, so our exhibitors expect a lot of traffic coming back to your way, and we will be channeling this traffic back to you our dear exhibitors. So the question is, the expo today is ending, the 2 days virtual expo. What is the way forward? What are we going to do next? And I'm glad to announce that we will continue consulting with our exhibitors and partners to see if we can now, given that we have proper solutions for a virtual event, if we can be hosting this event quarterly, so that every quarter we're able to launch a virtual exhibition, and we'll be coming back to you to confirm that suggestion that has come, to see that every quarter we'll be hosting a virtual agribusiness expo and symposium. Secondly, with all the questions, the feedbacks coming, we will be doing the business-to-business linkages. We'll be linking farmers to those service providers through our G-Hubs. And so we want to assure you that from this virtual expo, there will be follow-up that will create business and that will channel solutions to the farmers. In future, we're also looking at how best to improve farmer participation at the G-Hubs, and we tested with some screens this time round, and we actually saw it works. So in future, we will be looking to work with the management of the G-Hubs, the farmer groups, so that they're able to acquire facilities to project in a screen at their warehouses, and we can have farmers participating and joining online, even if they don't have smartphones, but they will be able to engage and will be able to get feedback. In future also, we'll be looking to develop more partnerships with the media houses, the radio, the TV, so that they can join in, they can stream, and we can reach many, many more exhibitors and partners. So our members, our stakeholders, our exhibitors, we are requesting for your feedback. We'll continue to review this event to see how effective it was. We see what worked, what did not work, what we can improve, and really look at how we can do this event better next time. And so at this juncture, I want to appreciate our exhibitors, and I want to now present certificates to them, and we will do this presentation virtually again. The physical certificate will be delivered to your offices. So the first exhibitor that we want to acknowledge and give their certificate is Elite Innovations. Elite Innovations, thank you very much. That certificate is offered to you to certify that you did participate as an exhibitor in the first ever virtual EAGC Agribusiness Expo, and we'll be delivering the physical certificate to you later. Next one is, I can see Iconic on the screen. Iconic, thank you very much. Iconic, we are giving you your certificate, virtual, and we'll be delivering. Kenya Animal Genetic Resources Center, thank you very much. Genes are very important, and we have seen that you got them. I'm sure farmers will be coming over to reach out to them. So KAGRC, there is your virtual certificate. The physical one will be delivered to you in the next coming days. Syngenta East Africa, thank you very much for participating. And here is your virtual certificate. We will be delivering the physical one thereafter. Thank you for participating and for providing solution. Synergy Lubricant Solutions, very specific lubricants for agriculture machinery. You explained very well. We now understand why we cannot use the usual lubricants for agriculture hydraulic systems. There is your virtual certificate, physical, and will be delivered in the next few days. FNS Scientific, you supply equipment for laboratories and other solutions around there for testing aflatoxin, for doing all the other grading and quality control work. Thank you very much for being an exhibitor at this EAGC First Virtual Expo, and there is your certificate. Pest Control Produce Board, thank you very much, PCPB. We were happy to see what you have presented, and indeed, pest control is a big issue, as the farmer has raised. So there is your virtual certificate, and we will be delivering the physical one to your offices later. All the way from Turkey, Petkus Euro-Asia Limited, for being both an exhibitor and a sponsor. Thank you very much. We will be mailing your certificate and we'll continue engaging because the solutions you have are needed here in Africa, in Eastern Africa. We welcome you, and we hope in the next couple of days in the future, we will be seeing your solutions in the hands of our people here. Agratronics Limited from the US, you have innovated with a new moisture meter. We are already in the field testing this with our teams, and very soon we'll be sharing the experiences. And thank you very much. There is your certificate, and we appreciate you very, very much. So for those exhibitors that we've been able to recognize and have been able to work with us, thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would not have had this production done and presented as we have done without a team producing it. In Swahili they say, ukiviona vyaelea jua vyaundwa, hivyo basi mtafute anayeunda. So in English they say, when you see something has been done and is working, somebody has done it. And so I want to take this opportunity to appreciate the EAGC team. First of all, the production team that has taken us through this. We had Janet Ngombalu, our regional programs coordinator, who was our anchor, and she ran the entire virtual exhibition, supported by the production team. Kimwaga Muhando, regional manager in charge of policy, was our producer for the virtual expo, supported or working closely with Jacinta Mwau, who is regional manager, market information systems, and also the team leader, Kenya. Kim is also team leader for Tanzania. We had the production crew, the queue managers that worked closely with Kim Muhando to make it happen. Gladys, Faith, and Winnie, thank you very much for tying up and for connecting everything from the field. You did a great job. The field teams who logged in, who provided, who streamed in: Peter Okoto from Eldoret, Kipyegon from Nakuru, Emmanuel from Meru, Sales Wareo from Tharaka, Gerishom from Kilifi, Mwinyi in Taita, Nelvin in Taita also. Guys, thank you very, very much. You did a great job. We were able to get the farmers to participate. We thank you. From Tanzania, we had Sharifa. From Uganda, we had Klesi. From Rwanda, we had Epiphany. And from Malawi, we had Kohani. So you can see it was a properly regional event, and it's true to the spirit of EAGC, which is a regional organization for the Eastern Africa region. Finally, the technical crew from Leo Brands, thank you very much, guys. You made it happen for us. And also Value Edge for all the internet and every other support that we received. So on behalf of EAGC, on behalf of the board of EAGC, of the staff, of our members, of all our stakeholders, sponsors, participants, I want to thank you all most sincerely for making this first EAGC Virtual Agribusiness Expo and Symposium successful. And we thank you, and we'll be in touch, and we'll be continuing to engage. Reach out to EAGC. Let's work together to find solutions to improve the sector, to make the sector successful, and to live to our mission, providing a voice for the sector and facilitating trade. Finally, we have an evaluation that we are sharing through the teams. I would invite you to kindly log in, give us your feedback, because we need this feedback so that tomorrow we'll be able to do this better. So on the chat box, if you look at the chat box, we have dropped the evaluation form. Please log in and give us your feedback, because we need that feedback. We thrive only on feedback, and we appreciate your feedback. With that, thank you. God bless you. See you next time when we call you again for an exhibition or another engagement. Asanteni sana.